This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network.
Hi, I'm Niamh Kavanagh.
And I'm Gearoid.
And you're listening to Agony Rants.
Welcome, listener, to the show where a Eurovision winner and a comedian solve your problem, heal your life, fix your world, put forward edgy ideas for you to make your life better.
Every time you introduce the show, I always think you raise the expectation of the listener so high.
I know. Yeah, what you have for the next 45 minutes is
It's basically
the
us
whole
chatting.
concept crashing into the side of a cliff. Niamh, how are you?
I'm grand. I'm missing you. Even though technically today I'm really posh because I'm in the actual studio because I'm in
You're
Dublin.
in the studio, yeah. I'm in my bedroom
Yeah.
here in London.
In your new home.
Where things have, you know, I don't know have I talked about this before, but like going back to a shared house
Oh.
as
yeah.
a 32-year-old man,
I know, it's tough.
it's tough.
I imagine that's
very
how my
tough.
youngest son is feeling at the moment, having moved back in with his parents after being living on his own for 4 years.
No, it's different because when you move back in with your parents, they have all of the luxuries of their life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
but
there's things like
yeah, but we're not that keen to share.
like I went out this week and I bought cutlery.
Oh, you're living proper student living proper.
Yeah. Cutlery. I was like, here
Are
we
you
go.
keeping them in your room?
It's a whole new world. No. They're house cutlery.
Oh.
I mean, I'll tell that story fully at when I'm not living here.
Do they listen? Do they listen to this
Just
podcast?
a teaser to the future. My lease is up on the 10th of November.
Okay, excellent.
But yeah, I'm having a ball. I mean, Niamh, I love London. I had tickets to see Hamlet last night because one of the people I live with is in Hamlet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then she had she did Croaky Throat last week. And I bought a ticket to see her, and then she did Croaky Throat last week, and I was like, oh God, you better mind it, like, or you won't be able to do your show. And she's like, I don't speak in it. And I was like,
Okay.
Well, I'm doing something else then. I'm not sitting through Hamlet.
You were going to
if you're
see
not,
Hamlet to watch her ride on the floor or something. Through the medium of
not for
dance.
I went to see Kathy Burke last night. She was launching her book.
Oh, wow. I love her. I love her so much. Like, she makes me laugh, but she's so herself all the time. And she always has edgy ideas, I think.
We're going to keep saying edgy ideas because it's the worst phrase we've ever heard. We were talking about it before this. Like, I went to see her because she was doing this interview with Roisin Connaughton. Now, I'm friends with Roisin Connaughton. I think she's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, she is.
And they were doing like a chat on stage at the Adelphi Theatre. And
Amazing.
like at one point, Kathy Burke was just telling us what she was watching on television. And the audience were just like loving every second of it. She's so much personality. And her book is brilliant because it's really short chapters.
What is she watching on TV?
She's watching Traders and she's watching Alone. Something called Alone on the History Channel.
Oh, okay.
Which, I mean,
Sounds
it sounded
uplifting.
absolutely shit, but she really sold it. Like, I mean, she described it and it was one of the funniest things I've ever heard.
We're a way to find it.
But, Niamh, it doesn't matter about my cultural experiences.
No, because I am immersed.
You're in the middle of one.
I'm immersed in a cultural experience, yes, that I visit very occasionally, which is Panto land. Hurrah!
Oh,
I know, I'm channeling my witch this last week or two. There you go. That's the reason I get the gig, because I can do that.
and how is it? You're only rehearsing.
I'm only rehearsing.
Before we start, now, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Before we even delve into this panto, I noticed on Instagram that you reposted something and it's not called Hansel and Gretel. It's called Hansel and Gretel and the Witch.
Yeah, because they can't cope with the fact that I'm not on the billing. I don't know. As if there was any ambiguity that there was a witch involved.
That sounded to me like contractual negotiations.
No, it has nothing to do with me. I just
that
literally...
you were fighting for billing.
Yeah, no. I don't need to try and outclass Hansel and Gretel. I just eat them. Or try to anyway. No, but it's kind of fun. It's literally an hour long, this show now. But there's the choreographer, bless him, is very keen and he's wonderful. Like I have to say, he's got more choreography out of me than most choreographers get. But these young people, these lovely young people are like so used to dancing together. He goes, flick your wrist here, do this thing. And like, I'm going, okay, I have to process that. I don't even know what foot is the right one to go on. Like, I have so little, my brain just goes into crazy town when choreography gets involved. So that's the challenge. And then, of course, to remember not to be to be scary enough for the kids, but also not to be so scary that when I go down into the audience, which I do at one point, that they don't all either wet their pants or try to kill somebody. It's like to get away from me. But part of me wants to be that scary.
You don't want to upset them so much so that, like, a 12-year-old has a go at you with a fire extinguisher. That's not,
no.
That won't be the look.
Or perhaps in 10 years' time, somebody comes to me and says, tries to kill me because I maybe tried to kill them.
You traumatise.
I'm not 100% sure. I mean, maybe maybe it'd take a bit longer than that and I could be dead anyway. But, just, oh no, I got into trouble for talking about that.
Well, speaking of dancing.
Oh.
I did a class on Sunday because Simone from Dancing with the Stars, he teaches a class with his partner who's Michelle from Strictly. So they were doing this like experience, this shall we dance experience. They were like, oh, come along. Do you want to come along? I was like, yeah, grand. Mm-hmm. So I went, and then also Montel from the last season of Strictly went. Okay. Now, she's an Olympian.
Yeah, and to be fair, you were a good dancer when you finished last, I'm sure you were right in there.
I was not good.
No.
I was not good. No, Montel was amazing. I was really shocking. Like, because all the students, because they announced that like someone from Dance with the Stars was there and someone from Strictly was there, and everyone was like, ah! And then they were like, him? This flailing around at the back. Like,
is this where you discovered how dependent on Stephen you were?
I was. Oh my God. I was really bad. Like, I mean, I could not put a foot under me. Now, in my defense, I will say it was samba and rumba, and we didn't do either of them.
No, and rumba's hard.
Yeah.
It's really hard because it's hard because you have to not look like awkward. You did do the rumba. Did you not do the rumba?
No, I didn't. I didn't do a rumba and I didn't do a samba. No. Right. No, the only Latin I did was a paso and a cha-cha-cha.
Oh. Had you stayed, you'd have done all of them.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't.
No.
I didn't, thanks to Danny O'Carroll.
We'll say nothing. Leave that there. I saw you getting all up in his grill on Insta during the week.
I know. I was and
he's such a lovely boy.
He's a lovely boy, and I was sending him like a happy birthday message, and then I was like, this dream showering bastard. Why am I being nice to him? He
would appreciate that, though, to be fair.
And tell me, how are the cast in Hansel and Gretel? Like, I mean, first things first, are you having a showmance? Who are you banging?
I'm not banging anyone. I don't do that. God, Jesus, the effort.
A showmance or what's?
I'd have to shave my legs.
Relationship.
I know. I'd have to shave my legs and do shit like that. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah. Fair enough.
No. Anyway, no. Anyway, so they're fantastic. There's, as usual, there's a lovely young girl called Ariana. She's beautiful. She plays Gretel. And then there's a very energetic young man playing Hansel, and he's fantastic. They're all brilliant. They've been doing it for years.
Energetic, now that's a word now that has a red flag for me.
No, he's amazing and so talented. Like, they're so talented. All of them, the talent is just falling off them. And then we have George McMahon, who plays Silly Billy, or Billy Silly, and he's Billy Silly, his name is, and he's obviously the manny or something that looks after him. Clearly remiss in his job because he lets them go into the wood where the witch can get them. And then, so he's the kind of comedy element and the
he's like the au pair.
Yes, he is. He's a manny.
Okay.
As in
a manny.
A man and a nanny. Yeah, that's the way that works.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha.
Okay. So he's that, and he's really funny and really really lovely. And then, of course, the gorgeous Sarah, who plays the fairy Flutter McSparkles, who basically comes and allows it all to turn me good at the end, which means I have to do the difficult dance at the end. Like, nearly always in my contract in Panto, being evil is that I'm banished or dead before the end of the show, right? So that I don't have to do that happy dance. But not this time.
Niamh likes to get out of the car park before the traffic.
I do. Because only the weird ones want photographs with the evil queen. But, it's just like, I have missed that big choreo, the happy dance where let's all do whatever. They're not getting married in this one because they're brother and sister, but it's kind of that thing, where they're all, we're happy, we're free, it's a wonderful time. And it's an S Club 7 song, Bring It All Back, which you think until you have to learn it. And then you go, actually, I don't know that song. I know.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
So there's lots of energetic things and it's really good.
A lot of tragedy around S Club 7.
Oh, okay, yes.
One of them's dead, one of them was on meth, the other one was racist. It's not.
Who's on meth?
Wasn't your man John on meth? Or no, maybe it wasn't meth. I think it was like he got into chemsex.
Wow. I don't even know what that is.
Well,
okay, you can tell me after if you want.
I like a sulpidine in a bath. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that's
Is that chemsex?
No, it's not. It's not. That's my version of it.
I am afraid what my search history will be after this. I'm going to have to look that up. Anyway.
But I have to say, though, I was very impressed when I saw that you were, like, on the billing. Like, I was
yes.
like, that's how you know
they've progressed
things are
me.
good.
I know. Not only that, I'm opening the show, all right? And also...
I think that the podcast has
elevated
bumped
me.
you. It's been elevated, Niamh, because they've changed the title of a classic to include your character. That's power.
You think that's... And it's definitely down to Agony Rants. Nothing else I've ever done.
Oh, 100%, Niamh. 100%.
Nothing. Not a single thing.
No, I wouldn't. No, not at all. No. I mean, sure, what's the other thing you're known for? We don't even know, Niamh.
It's
we don't
all
even
forgotten
know.
now.
Never gets
now that I have Agony Rants in my life, nobody mentions any other thing that I do. Not a single thing.
Like, Hansel and Gretel and the Witch is the most spectacular billing I've ever seen since there was a Eurovision show that you did where Donna was on it. And I had a quick look at the set
as in
list.
Donna and Joe?
And Joe, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And she was on it, but she was solo, Niamh.
Oh, wow.
She was doing a few solo songs. And then the way she was billed was Donna from Donna and Joe with special guest Joe. And I was like...
Are you serious?
Yeah, I remember
serious?
that.
That's like...
I remember it was on the door of the Gaiety.
Are they
It was on
brother
the
and
door
sister?
of the Gaiety. Yeah, they are. He was joining her just for that song that they did together.
Was I on that show?
You were, yeah. It was just before you went back to do the Eurovision, the one you lost.
2009. Was that not in the National Concert Hall?
No, it was in the Gaiety.
Oh, okay. I'd forgotten
In the
about
bar?
that one. Obviously, I blacked that out. That was a Euro fans thing.
Oh,
So you must have been a fan.
I was on a freebie, Niamh. Do you know what I mean? You were like, come in,
fair,
we'll go for
yeah, I
coffee.
got you.
We'll come in, I'll do 9 minutes on stage and then we'll go for a coffee.
You can revel in the Donna and Joe show with special guest Joe. I sometimes think I'm a special guest on this show, to be fair.
I mean, this is your show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is Agony Rants with starring Niamh Kavanagh and featuring Gearoid Farrelly.
I'm not 100% sure how true that is. Well, we just leave that there.
I have to fight for space, Niamh. That's your star power.
You're amazing. You're amazing, honestly. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I love playing evil. I have to admit. And the great thing is it's literally a week of shows. Like a week of shows in the Ambassador.
Short run.
I know. I love a little short run. So after that, then I have to get my head back into, the illegals and all the other stuff that I do. And I'm also singing with a youth choir. So I have to get my nice voice back.
A youth choir?
Yeah, Corn and Oak.
Talented young people.
Very talented young people doing very advanced singing.
I'd find that very triggering now. Talented and young, they're two words that I
They're
find really
very sweet.
off-putting.
It keeps me young, clearly. The way sometimes older people get energy from the essence of young people. So that's without actually killing them. This is how I'm doing it. I'm just in the
Like
vicinity
drinking
of
their
them.
blood and stuff.
Yeah, sort of thing. But I'm not doing that because, I don't want to even start that rumour. Okay, do you hear me?
So tell us, give us the dates. Just give us a little plug.
Okay.
I was hoping to try and go and see you.
So, well, that's you've
Are you
deserted.
doing night shows? Or is that
No,
you don't do that
literally
either?
1 hour show.
I don't know who negotiated this for you, Niamh, but honest to God.
It is magnificent. It's so civilised.
incredible.
I'm delighted with myself because, on the weekend just gone, because we've just opened, when this comes out. There was 2 4:00 shows, and then we're literally on 1:00 shows all week, except for the Halloween itself, which is 12:00, which is kind of proven difficult because most people just go do the Halloween stuff. They don't necessarily come in to watch a Halloween show. So it does. I don't know how that's going, but listen,
I was going to go and see it Tuesday night, but there's no night show.
No, Tuesday night. You're just going to have to wait and have a look at me on Wednesday before you desert us again. When are you going on Wednesday?
Oh, I might be able to go and see you Wednesday. I've got a flight at 4 on Wednesday. Or 3:50, I think.
Yeah, no, I don't think you want to be delaying just to watch me in that dress. I'll send a photo.
I could just go and get a taxi straight away.
Do you want me to feel that pressure of worrying about you? Now,
I just want to go and like sit with the kids that are throwing the popcorn.
And you know what I'm like? I'll put you in the front row, and then when I come out to say, I smell children, and I do actually say that.
It's very rare I get the opportunity to sit in your audience and boo at you. And I just...
you actually welcome to boo at me anytime you like.
I'd find it very therapeutic, Niamh. I think it would be a very holistic experience for me.
I am very excited. I love the booing. I get very disappointed if sometimes they struggle to boo me, being because they all think I'm their friend, and they struggle to boo me. Now the kids not so much, but the mums and dads, they don't boo me the same way. I want
to go and see it at the end of the room when you're tired, because you do grumpy tired.
I do a lovely grumpy tired.
Yeah, you do grumpy tired, and I'd love.
I'm not going to get tired in a week of run. You're talking about when I used to do 2 shows a day, and I'd be in the theatre for 7 hours, 7 or 8 hours, having to be nice.
Yeah,
I find it very hard to be nice for that long.
And a kid would boo you outside the Tivoli and you'd throw them into traffic.
I mean, how necessary was he?
Exactly. Now, Niamh, we're not here to talk about the
joys of Panto.
The joys of Panto and the skills of your negotiations.
Are you slightly jealous, though? Are you slightly jealous? I'm literally going to be doing lunchtime concerts.
I mean, to be finished your day's work at 2:00.
It's amazing. I mean, I still have to take the makeup off, so that's a thing. And the dress.
And
so
where
maybe
are you
5
staying?
past. I'm staying with my friend. I'm staying with my friend out in Walkinstown. I've stayed with her for every rehearsal, Mairead. She's great. And I'm getting spoilt rotten because she's cooking for me and she's doing everything. And because she works very early in the morning, she goes to bed early. So I get to, go to bed early and do stuff. But we get some nice time. It's lovely. It's lovely. I didn't have to buy cutlery, put it that way.
I can't wait to tell you that story, Niamh. Anyway,
it's 17 minutes. Come on.
17 minutes. We have I turned off my internet. I'm sure we have reviews. I'm sure we have hundreds of new reviews that we just can't read.
Well, I got a little bit of feedback last week because 3 or 4 people emailed me to say that they're concerned about this person that we talked about last week. With the toast in the bath. You remember the toast in the bath?
Oh, yeah.
And they thought someone...
Actually, why didn't we get a follow-up? She's dead. She's dead.
Well, I had a nurse contact me to say that they think that somebody has, an actual ailment. That could be a sign of an ailment.
Oh, like as in...
Like a stroke or a heart attack or, it's kind of a thing.
Because she can smell toast?
Yeah.
Well, no, but wasn't she fined on toast?
Yeah, I thought that myself.
Yeah.
Or maybe she was imagining. I don't know. But anyway, a lot of people very concerned. They were on to me like being the mammy of the piece to maybe get in touch and tell them.
Nobody got in touch with me, Niamh. Absolutely not. I mean, I don't know.
Well, how would you know? How would you know you're inundated with people? You don't even...
Yeah. What's the stalker side of the story?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I'd like to know.
2 sides to everything, Niamh.
Do you remember that thing where, people used to live up in their attics? Do you remember
Anne Frank?
No.
She had reasons, Niamh.
No. There was a couple of movies, but actually it's true that some people used to live in the attic and then come down and eat your food at night and then go back up into the attic.
Oh, God.
I thought I'd just leave that with you there. Is the attic hatch in your room?
Why did they do that?
Well, because they couldn't afford to live anywhere else, or else they were stalking them and they had cameras down into the rooms.
Like if you can afford fancy cameras but you can't afford rent.
Well,
to something...
Why would you pay rent if you could be just there, videoing someone and then you can eat their food? Maybe they cook better. I don't know. And actually, heat rises, so it's probably warmer up there.
Excellent point.
I'm just
Excellent point, Niamh. But we're not here to speculate on the nature of stalkers.
I know. We're here to
We're
solve
here to solve the
problems.
problems of the listeners. Niamh, I am on tour in the UK, so you're not allowed to come.
Okay.
Yeah, not allowed to come. This is
Even
England.
what if I decide to fly over to see you?
Oh, then you're more than welcome, Niamh. I mean, listen,
You must be sold out
more than
everywhere.
welcome.
Will there even be a seat?
I'm happy to provide a discounted ticket. There isn't the money to be made in the UK that I thought there was.
Mates rates. Is that what you're saying?
Mates
You're going to give me mates rates?
Mates rates. Yeah.
Come on then.
No comps, mates rates. Yeah, I'm doing shows all around the UK in January, including Leicester Square Theatre in London.
Now
on the
that's
23rd of
exciting.
January. That is exciting. Yeah. And it's selling, Niamh.
Why wouldn't?
I thought I'd just cancel it. Do you know what I mean? Thought, put it on, big hoopla, cancel it quietly. But no, it's selling. I'll have to do it now. So I'm also doing Liverpool, Newcastle.
Is Sonia going to Liverpool?
She's not. Well, she might.
She might.
She might. You never know.
She knew.
Yeah, there's a few other ones I can't remember. We're announcing a Birmingham and a Bristol.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, and there's a Barcelona. I'd say that'll be shite now. But
mean-
anyway. Gearoid is where you'll find all of that information. We are pausing for a moment to remind you that Agony Rants is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network. If
Makes
you
us
would like to
happy.
support the show,
Every day.
it does. If you would like to support the show, you can do so for as little as €5 plus VAT per month. But if you only pay €5, you'd be an absolute monster. So please give us substantially more. In return for that, you'll get bonus content from us, which is our vintage rants.
Yes.
You will also get bonus content from all of the other shows on the Head Stuff Podcast Network, including the show we are cross-promoting. We don't know what it is.
Never.
Never. And nor do we care. Nor do we care.
No, I actually
this is the ad.
refute that.
Oh, Niamh cares.
I care, but they've stopped
Niamh
telling
cares.
us. Obviously, we're not in the know.
They've stopped telling us. We do care, but we are not required to. This is the show, and we're sure it's brilliant. So we've got two problems now, Niamh. These are. We actually have a few problems in.
Yeah.
But we're only going to do two.
Yeah.
Do you want to read the first one?
Okay, I'll read the first one. Okay. Dear Niamh and Gearoid, absolutely love you guys, but I know how fast and loose you are with anonymity, which is why I'm sending this from a burner Insta. That's about you, Gearoid. Anyway,
That's an attack. That's an attack.
you definitely warrant it. That's all I can say. If this gets out, I'll be in so much trouble, but I am hurt and I need to get it off my chest. Oh yes, I know, it's very serious. I always thought I had a solid.
I only actually read the first paragraph. This one was like, I don't care about this person. She attacked me in her opening paragraph. I don't care.
Gearoid. Now, put your
Okay, go on.
prejudice aside. Aside now.
Niamh has done the research.
Okay. I've always thought I had a solid group of friends. We've known each other for years, birthdays, breakups, house moves, the lot. But recently I went through a really difficult time. I won't go into all the details, which we're devastated over, I have to say. But let's just say it involved losing someone close, money problems and some health stuff all at once. A proper pile-on.
Oh, God.
I know, that's
I'm sorry.
tough.
Now I feel guilty.
Yeah, and so you should.
Oh, this is a lesson now for me to read them before I comment. Preparation. Who'd have thunk?
Who knew? I didn't expect them to fix everything. I'm not that naive, but I did think that they'd at least show up. You know, check in, bring a takeaway, ask how I'm doing without changing the subject after 30 seconds. Instead, I got a few half-hearted texts, some vague, let me know if you need anything messages, and then radio silence. One friend even said, I didn't want to bring it up in case it made you feel worse. Another told me, you're so strong. I didn't think you needed help. Honestly, I feel abandoned. Now, I'm coming out the other side of it and they're all acting like nothing happened. They want to hang out, swap gossip, go to brunch. Part of me wants to scream. The other part wonders if I'm being too harsh. Maybe people really just don't know what to say when someone's going through it. Am I right to feel let down? Should I say something? Or just quietly adjust my expectations and move on? I'm hurt and I don't want to do anything rash. What do you think? Anonymous, please, Gearoid, all in capitals with 3 exclamation marks. But then she says, call me Trudy. XXX.
Oh.
Now, Trudy.
Oh God, that's really got me actually.
No, it is tough. It is tough because this
Yeah.
is the sort of thing where people think you're coping, and maybe if you are the strong person, you know, if you like to be strong in situations, or maybe your coping mechanism is not to kind of show everything all the time, then, you know, the reality is that people think, oh, well, she's got this. But I think a lot of the time people just don't know what to say.
Yeah. This has actually got me. I'm surprised by this.
Do you relate to this?
I read the first paragraph and I was like, God,
What's
we're
this?
not reading that. The way she's abused me in the first paragraph.
No.
You make one little slip up. But like, no, I do relate to this a little bit. I think that you have to ask for what you need.
Yeah.
Is something I've learned, right? Yeah, I'm kind of thrown by this. Do you know what? I'll tell you why I'm thrown by this. Because when Boots died, right? In the time since Boots died, like in the few weeks after Boots died, I put people into two categories. There was the people that contacted me and the people that didn't. And the people that didn't, I'm just like...
You're cross at.
No, not that I'm cross. I'm just like, oh, well, that's what our relationship is. Okay, good luck. Not that I'm bailing on anything, but I'm just like, grand, fine, good to know. You know, logged, as they say.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I think she's had a lot, right? She's had, like, she lost somebody close, she had money problems, she had some health stuff. Like, if you've got one of those things,
It's tough enough.
It's tough enough, and it's also, it's enough to make your friends go, that's a phone call. You know, we need to call.
Yeah, or even just be in the vicinity or do something that kind of gives you some sort of, you know, I'm here. But it can be difficult because it also can be down to how you project, you know, in the sense that you say, do you know what, I don't encourage this, you know, because you might do that. If you're very strong, some people, they're just like that. I'm a bit like that. It's not that I don't want people in my space when I'm feeling, but I have to know how I feel about something before I can actually let someone else be involved in my problem. I know, does that make sense the way I've said that? You know, I guess I have to know how I feel before I can actually be comfortable expressing it. And so therefore, you know, that's the control freak in me. But, you know, and I just think that at times, then if you kind of project that a little bit, then sometimes it's hard for people to know whether you actually need them. I totally agree with you. You have to say how you feel. The difficulty is if you wait till you're melting down and really wanting to scream at them, then you're not expressing it the way it needs to be expressed. But if you don't say something about this, it will forever live in you inside, you know. So I think there might be a compromise in between where you can approach your friends and say, you know, I was really hurt because I felt like you didn't want to be there for me, but I know you love me, you know. And I think they probably do. I think they just didn't know how to do it, because if you've been friends together for a long, long time, you know, essentially, yeah. But
yeah, I feel that they should know, and I feel that they.
Yeah,
I think a text is not.
Oh, it's not
I'm
enough.
just thinking about this now. A text is not enough. Like if you're writing a text to somebody going through something like this, it shouldn't be a, if you need anything, just shout. What it should be is a, how are you? ? Because you actually want a response. Like so many people do like the Tamagotchi response, which is like, you know, feed the beast. It's like, oh, I better send the text. If you need anything, call, thinking of you. Which is basically actually sounds like a nice text to send, but it's actually not. It's a, this is closed, no need to respond. I've done my duty. There's no offer of time there, you know? I think that if a friend is going through something, you give them a ring or you provoke a response to get them talking.
Yeah.
But, like...
I'm, you know, all through this conversation, I'm trying to figure out what category I came under during that Boots situation.
Oh my God, you were lovely. No, you were lovely because you bought like that. You bought.
It's not about buying the chimes that remind you that
it's about like thoughtful things to try and make somebody feel better. You know.
I get that, but I think also sometimes people.
And I saw you all through it.
Oh, yeah, you did.
But like.
But
this isn't about me. It's more about like.
No, I get that, but.
I think just putting me in the position of somebody that I kind of feel like I was maybe in her position for a while. Mm-hmm. And it is that thing of going, it's a reassessment. It's kind of like, oh, that's where that person
who are my
falls.
friends.
Yeah, who
Who
are
are
my
my
real friends?
friends?
Or who understands me enough to know,
Yeah.
to be able to spot when things aren't good. And I think that if
Do
you're
you-
somebody that is, like if Trudy is someone that's a bit strong and a bit capable, sometimes that's your own worst enemy when you're going
Yeah,
through
because you're
something
probably
like
that friend in the group.
Yeah.
You know, that friend who copes with everything and is always kind of looks like they're coping all the time and therefore will be there for other people, but doesn't necessarily, you'd be surprised what you kind of project when you're in those circumstances. Like, it's just a very different thing. I'm not putting it on you, Trudy, because to be honest, you've gone through these things and all that. But I think at the heart of this is, how do you feel about these friends separate? Let's just maybe for a second put that aside and say, do you want to keep these friends in your life? You know, do you want them? Do you care about them enough? Have they think about other things they've done. Maybe they just dropped the ball, and it's okay to say that to them. Look, I needed more and I didn't get it, and I found that really hard, you know, and maybe you didn't intend it that way, but that's the way it is. You have to decide whether you want to keep these friends or not. You know, and if you decide to keep them, then you have to have that conversation because you have got to let that go. You can't hold that in. You're within your rights to feel hurt. But if you didn't ask for it or didn't project it, then maybe they're in a position where they need to kind of adjust how they react to you when you're in those situations. But maybe it's just they've never needed to do it before.
Like,
I mean,
the
because I
thing
know
that
I
is-
have friends like that who are, you know, are so in control and that you just don't get to penetrate in. You know, they
Yeah.
decide what they want. And so actually what they want sometimes is for not to be, you know, put under pressure to actually express how they feel.
And also there's like fair weather friends. And it's like,
Yeah.
you know, and and I don't mean that in a
No,
negative way.
We
I
would
mean,
call
there's
them
some friends that are
we
like,
would call them acquaintances. You know, as in
Yeah.
you're friendly with them and you enjoy them, but you don't necessarily.
When
They don't
times
go
are
to
good.
and they don't go to the space with you. You know, you don't bring them across the boxes into the mad places. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. They're literally, when things are good, we have a good time together. But like, if
Yeah.
I need support, they're not the people. And maybe that's like, it's a good thing to learn. But the one thing that comes into this, right? I was actually just thinking about it there. And this rarely is a factor, but I do think age is a real factor here.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you are young, it could be that you are the person in the friend group that's experiencing all this stuff for the first time. Maybe you're the
Yeah.
first one to go through the shit.
Yeah.
And if nobody else has, maybe they don't realise what's required in that situation. And like, when I say young, I mean under 30. Do you know what I mean? Like, some people...
Yeah, I mean, birthdays, breakups, you know, breakups when you're young, as devastating as they are, they're not usually so devastating in comparison to real loss or real, you know, illness or financial problems, which really put you in a funny place with your friends sometimes. You know, because
Yeah, totally,
You know,
because-
because you know, it can be embarrassing, or you know, you just can't go to places. You know, they're all kind of important things to keep in mind. But I have to say, I see you're coming out of it, which is wonderful, and I'm delighted, right? And I hope we're a small part of that by making you laugh, or you know, bringing you in part of it. But I'm going to tell you,
Absolutely. This is our doing.
this is our doing, bringing you out of it.
This is our...
Out of
like,
it.
Trudy might feel that this is her win, but this is very much ours.
We're feeling the win. We're feeling the win. But it's lovely you're coming out of it and you're recognising what you needed or what you didn't need. So you need to decide whether you're going to ever ask those people. Now, that doesn't mean you can't be friends with them anymore, but maybe you'll change the depth and the way that you come with them. And then maybe you'll find someone who'll fulfill that. You know, you'll maybe actively look for someone who feels that part of your life. I mean, I don't think you can necessarily create them, but you know, I'm very lucky. I've got great friends. And so, as do you, Gearoid.
Me.
Yes, you. All my other friends are now ringing me after listening to this, if they listen. No, but you know what I mean. But you know what I mean. It's like, you know, we have friends. We understand the value of it. Friendship is incredibly important, you know, and just having that someone who understands who you are, you know, and as you say, just turns up with a takeaway when you're feeling terrible. But
Yeah, and also, like, as a note to the friends, it's not about your perception of
No.
the thing. It's about how your friend is feeling.
yeah. I mean,
Like,
just
because that's
because
like-
you wouldn't feel that way in that situation doesn't mean it doesn't make it less true for them. You know, that's it. If it's not true for you, it doesn't make it less true for them. They have to feel supported in what they're doing.
Because I remember talking to one of my friends about this, about somebody. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe like I haven't heard from them like when Boots died. And it was like, oh, well, they're not really into cats. And I was like, oh yeah.
It's not about the cat.
But then I was like, yeah, that probably is the reason.
Yeah, but
like,
it's
I was
not
like,
about the cat.
Wow.
It's not about the cat. It's about how you felt about the cat, you know. And we all know how you felt about Boots. But I will say to you,
my sun, my moon, my stars.
I
my
know.
everything.
I will say to you, you did actively say on this pod that you wanted people to stop telling you and asking you about her.
But I just needed people to stop talking to me in the street about her.
Oh, I'm making you cry.
Yeah, I was crying. I had to leave Electric Picnic.
Oh my gosh.
Did I tell you that story?
Were you not leaving anyway?
No, I was just like, I have to get out of here.
Yeah, because it was too emotional. Well, it was very close though.
Very emotional.
Very close to the time.
Yeah, it was very soon. But I'll just if anyone's listening, I'm in a much better place now.
Yeah, I can see it.
And also, I'm already
London.
planning. I'm going to get like a load of kittens. I am going to be like, just lean into it now.
You're going to be the cat.
I'm going to get.
You're not going to be the cat
least.
woman. You're going to be the cat man.
I'm going to be the cat boy. Thank
Cat
you.
boy.
Yeah, and I'm
You
going
think
to get.
cat boy is better than cat man?
I was over in my friend's in London. My friend Dino has a cat called Pumpkin, who is a 3-year-old orange cat, like ginger cat.
Did he get him around, Thanksgiving or Halloween?
God, he is the most stunning cat in the world. And apparently is not that good with people he doesn't know, but he was all over me.
Oh.
Me and Pumpkin we very much be a love in. Because Dino and his partner, they're moving flats in London. So the cat was in a state of disarray a little bit because things were being packed up.
Right.
And I come in and he just like snuggles up, wanted me to rub his belly. I was like, oh.
Chicken.
Yeah.
I know. You're going to have
I'm
all
in
the
love.
cats, aren't you?
I'm in love.
Yeah, but where are you going to have all these cats? No, don't answer that question because you'll only break my heart. Let's go. Now, Trudy, I hope we helped you in some way here. I'm just going to say to you, my actual advice is for you to decide how you feel and try and have a calm conversation. You're allowed to say that you were hurt by it, but don't get to the point that you were melting down. Give them a chance.
Burn it to the ground. Make these people regret they ever met you.
Oh my God.
Just embrace your lunacy. Blame everybody but yourself.
I think you should say how you feel, Gearoid.
No, do you know what I've learned? What I've learned from the whole situation is logged. At least I know. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I understand.
I think in that situation,
you refile. You refile the levels that people are at in your life.
And then you also look at the gratitude of the whole thing and go, well, I haven't had to experience a big loss like this before.
No.
And this is it. And I've had you have a bit of an awakening. You go, oh, this is where everything lies.
Yeah, but you got to recognise what you need out of it too. That's a different thing. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't realise what you need until you go through it.
Excellent point, Niamh.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, bit too rational for me now.
I know. I'm very rational.
Trudy, literally firebombs in your life.
Yeah.
Left, right, and centre. Be difficult, be stroppy, be incommunicative.
Be gorgeous.
Passive aggression.
I'm really glad to hear you coming out of it, though. We want to see more of that.
Yeah, exactly. But just look at your life and go, well, if I don't have that, I need to get it.
Yeah.
So if you can't get it from these people, get it from somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly right. And in the meantime, let them pay for dinner.
Yeah. Also, listen. Yeah, be open to those bitches crawling back. Niamh, we have a second problem.
I know, and I think we should rush towards it.
Am I being very hostile?
No, you're being amazing.
You're being amazing. We have a second problem, and these are my favourite.
This is my favourite problem for a while.
Yeah,
so
there's
funny.
nothing I enjoy more than a batshit L one.
Is that why you're friends with me?
I was just going to say, look who I do the podcast with. Dear Niamh and Gearoid, you have to help me. I'm about to murder my grandmother.
Oh.
I broke up with my boyfriend of 3 years 6 months ago. It was a messy split. We just weren't right for each other anymore. And honestly, he didn't treat me very well towards the end.
Oh,
I moved on.
Bastard.
I moved on. Clearly devastated. I moved on, or at least I'm trying to. And there's one very big problem. My grandmother won't. She loved my ex. I mean, really loved him.
Gosh.
She still calls him, invites him over for tea. and even posts old photos of the two of us on her Facebook with captions like the good old days. Oh, she's a monster.
Oh, she's fabulous. We love people like her.
Last week, she actually told me he popped around for lunch and fixed her Wi-Fi. This woman is a legend. And she ended that story with, "You'll come to your senses one day."
Oh.
I've asked her gently and not so gently to stop bringing him up, but she just brushes it off like I'm being overly dramatic.
That's hilarious.
It's making it so much harder to move on, and honestly, it feels like a betrayal.
Oh, no.
I can understand that.
No, it's not.
I know she means well, I think, but I'm starting to feel like she needs to break up with him too.
Maybe she wants to date him.
She's banging him. I hate to tell you this, Sarah, she's banging him.
Could be a thing. Is Grandad in the scene?
How do I get her to understand that this relationship is over?
Oh, gee.
For both of us. I don't want her meddling and giving him hope. What the hell should I do? FML, Sarah.
Okay. I'm going to do an old person thing and ask what FML means.
Fuck my life.
Okay. I thought I was down with the kids this week, but surely not. Okay.
Clearly not, Niamh.
Sarah. That's amazing. That's amazing. I just love it. You know,
Like, I don't know what to say here. I
do.
I feel it's very entertaining.
it's amazing. I would be loving this from afar. You know, and you know, maybe Grandma has a little crush on, you know, and clearly he
A little
wasn't.
crush.
I mean, he would clearly not done if he's still fixing Wi-Fi's and such like, you know, maybe. I don't know. This is very weird.
I'm going to make a controversial statement.
Okay.
If you had a man who was kind enough to go and fix your granny's Wi-Fi,
What the hell were you thinking?
you need to question why you let that go.
Now, Sarah might be of an age where that's not as important as good sex. We don't know, you know. There's a point.
Yeah.
There's a point when you really appreciate somebody coming to fix your grandmother's Wi-Fi. Is that code?
It could be,
It feels like it could be
you'd never-
code.
Never underestimate what men will cheat on you with.
Oh my God! Could you imagine?
Did he come home smelling of lavender? Or was it 1647? No. What's the perfume?
Oh,
What's the old lady?
No, 4711. 4711.
1647.
My no, or Estee Lauder Youth Dew used to be very popular. Oh, so strong. No,
Buying a
stop
yard.
it now. Stop it now. Lily of the Valley.
Lily of the Valley. I think
Oh my God, that's hilarious. Are you really thinking, is that Diet Coke wrecked your head?
you should be honest with your granny.
And say,
I think you should say, he didn't treat me very well.
do you know what he did? Maybe she doesn't know. Did you not tell him?
I would imagine that she doesn't, because the one thing I will say about grannies is they can be very protective. They're like a matriarch figure, you know?
Yeah. Uh-huh. I mean, I don't know. I'm
Although
not
maybe
one
he's
yet.
gorgeous.
He
But like,
could be
I,
like-
I would say that.
Maybe he's
I
nicer
think-
to her than Sarah is. You know, you just don't. Do you spend any quality time with your grandmother, Sarah?
You tend to think that they're going to be sitting around talking about what a wagon you are.
No,
But
they're not.
I
They're not.
don't think they are. Like, I don't think they are.
I think that's what's happening here, Sarah, is your grandmother probably thought she was getting a hat out. You know, maybe she felt her time was limited and she was going to end up with this son-in-law. She's got used to him. And now, you know, because 3 years is a long time. You know, 3 years is a long time, I suppose, in a relationship. You know, and
Yeah,
maybe
and
they
you've
just had
reset the-
expectations and stuff. You know, but I think if you're honest why you split up with your grandmother, maybe she doesn't know. You know, rather than saying she has to break up with him.
Well, if you were to say to him, look, he didn't treat me very well at the end.
Mm-hmm.
You're not being fair to him. Like, if you like him, you're not being fair to him by inviting him around, because he thinks that this is a way back in. And that's not fair. He has to move on.
Especially if he thinks he wants to get back in the relationship. Do you know what I mean? If he's fine with it being split up and everything, that's fine. But if he thinks he's going to get back into a relationship by doing this for his grandmother, then that's not fair. You're right. Completely right about that. You know?
Yeah.
Or you could do a timeshare, you know, to be fair. You know, as in, just make sure you're not going at the same time. You know, Does it matter if he goes around and fixes the Wi-Fi? Do you know what I mean?
No, it doesn't matter because that's her business. He's
That
her
is her
friend
business. And he might be friendly with her. Because, you know, I was fairly friendly with the families of my exes, right? And generally speaking, after I was still friendly with them. And so I felt like I lost more than my partner in that situation. I don't know. I don't know if they cried for me, but I think, you know, it is possible they said, there she is on television again. Especially to the new girlfriends.
Yeah, you see, it does strike as an act of desperation on his part.
Yeah, it does.
It's hard to know why else he would be there.
Well, he might just be a nice fella. Just because he wasn't right for you.
God, he sounds great.
I mean, you could do getting your
Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi fixed.
I'm on your granny's side. I am on your granny's side.
Did he do Wi-Fi stuff before? You know, before you split up? Is that it?
I'd be curious to know how close they were before they split up.
Yeah. If he didn't treat you very well, Sarah, you're not going back there for anything. So it is hurtful, I suppose, if you feel this is going on, right? It just depends on his intent. And you then have to kind of think about it, whether you can cope with that. But it's okay. Maybe you haven't told your grandmother. Honestly, seriously, you need to tell your grandmother why you split up.
I think so. I think that you just have to be honest with her, because you can't just say,
oh, we just broke up.
If he's just shown one very nice side to him and you're not giving her the real version of him.
Because there's clearly a good reason why you split up. You say,
I think
he didn't treat you
honest.
very well. You need to be very clear why that is, you know, with your grandmother, you know, and see if that changes things.
You don't have to fall out with her. You could just be very clear that we're not getting back together, and also that yes, he is a nice person, and that while it didn't work between the two of you, you can be diplomatic. You say he didn't treat me right towards the end, but I'm happy to let that go. But I don't think it's fair on him to think that there's still hope.
Yeah,
we both have to move on with our lives.
I know, which means you have to get somebody
and then tell
to
her who you're riding now. Yeah. Woman to woman.
And just check with your new ride whether he's any good with Wi-Fi. What skills can you bring to the table? That's the next question, isn't it? Gearoid, you have frozen in the worst possible way. I'm going to take a photograph
I was going
of
to say
that.
something crude there, but
I have to take a photo. I'm raging. I was going to take a photo.
What?
Your screen froze there for a minute and you were literally like that. Raging and didn't get a photo of that. Anyway.
I don't think there's any reason for you to fall out with your granny.
No.
Unless you give her a very clear explanation.
She still loves you.
And then she's just been a wagon.
Yeah.
I think if you give her all of the explanation as to why
you split up.
Why you broke up and why you don't want there still to be contact. And I think if she's still seeing him, then that's the nuclear
She's still seeing him. They're
like
not
if he's still
dating.
staying over
I can't cope with
after
it.
you say how badly
I
he
mean,
treated.
they could be dating. You just don't know. I mean, how old is your
look, you
grandmother,
never know.
Sarah? You know what I mean?
Also, here's something I just didn't think of was whose parent is she?
What do you mean?
Your mom or your dad? Because it would really serve you if it was your mom's mother.
Oh,
you
yeah.
should really have a conversation with your mother as well. Like it might be slightly more difficult if it's your dad.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get their child involved as well.
Mm-hmm.
And also threaten them. Say, listen, if you want your memorial card to be the day you went walking on the pier without your teeth, we will put that on your headstone. I will bury you in a dog park.
Do you know what I think? I think you've done this before, Gearoid. I think you've thought about this, what you might do, how retribution would happen to the people who let you down in your life. Do you know what I mean? And I just want to say, any compromising photograph you have of me you won't get to choose to put that on my memorial card, right?
I don't have a photo. Here's the interesting thing. I have very few photographs with you until much later in life. Like all through the years before when I knew you, I have one photograph of you when I was about maybe 19.
Wow.
At the River Club.
Oh, okay.
When you had really short hair.
Yeah. Think about it though. Back then we didn't take a lot of photographs the same way, you know, because you had to have a proper camera. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
It's because we have phones
no
now. We're
photographs.
forever like 5 million photographs, honestly. And we never print a single one.
Yeah. I print a photograph every single show.
Do you?
Yeah, I have. Did I ever show you this?
Oh, I know the magic thing. Did we?
I have a book
Okay.
and I write down all the jokes I do.
Right.
And then I take one photograph at the gig and I stick it in the book.
And you put a smiley face or something. So, that's fantastic.
Well, yeah, so it's then, because you don't remember the gigs, like.
Yeah, you're right.
You do, like,
I didn't
and so
remember
many
the
times I'm
gaze
like,
until you kind of prodded it there. But
yeah,
I mean,
so
it's in there,
I take
but
a
I
photograph
don't.
at every single gig.
Somebody said to me, "Would you ever write a book, Niamh?" And I said, "No, because I hear stories about myself all the time, and I can't access them."
And I don't come across well.
No, I went to I didn't tell you, but I went to my 40th reunion for the school last weekend. I know. How did I not tell
Did
you
you
about
sing
that?
at it?
Well, I did because they made me sing at the end. But it wasn't that kind of reunion. It was just basically a room full of women shouting at each other going, "That's amazing. What are you doing now?" And we had stickers with our names on and everybody said, "You didn't need your name on." But actually, I was delighted for the stickers because then I recognised faces, but I didn't know the names. It was amazing to catch up with all these people that I actually went to school with from leaving cert.
Where was it?
Dominic's in Cabra. So I didn't live near my school, so that kind of changed so there's a couple of them I was really friendly with, and then the rest I kind of knew from school, and it was great. We had a great time. It was basically a bunch of women talking till 2 a.m. It was amazing.
That sounds fab.
It was. It's just fantastic. It was just.
Did anyone surprise you? Was there any surprise? Like,
no, because there was so much chat going on. You kind of doing anyone surprise you? Yeah, because I think we all forgot, who we really were. But they told me stories. Do you remember the time, Niamh, when you brought me to your house and you got somebody to perm our hairs? I have no recollection of that whatsoever. Like none. And I can't even think of who that person
Niamh,
would
the
have
queen
been.
of the home perm.
I don't know who that person would have been who had been training to get perms. I have no idea who that is. And I feel terrible now. But that person is forever scarred by it because she waited 40 years to tell me that. And then another girl told me that apparently I ruined her art project because I wore a rah-rah skirt when I was a life model. I was a model and I wore a rah-rah skirt. I don't know what... I was in school, I was obviously, and I found out actually I was funnier in school than I thought. I didn't realise this. That was quite boring.
Wow.
But it was...
You always had a personality, Niamh.
Well, it wasn't always welcome.
That's
all I can tell you.
That doesn't have a personality.
What? You didn't?
I couldn't be friends with somebody that doesn't have a personality.
I know. Well, I have personality. It's not always welcome, as I would say. It's not always... But I do have one. And to be fair, I don't know that I fit it so well back then. Anyway, we're wittering on and I can't believe we didn't talk about that earlier. But anyway, it's lovely to see you, my darling. I'm missing you. It's not the same for not having a cup of coffee before.
You'll see me next week.
I know, can't wait.
I'm home because we're home because we're actually doing an in-studio episode next week because I'm doing a photo shoot next week.
Oh, I
I'm
can't
a bit
wait.
nervous, Niamh.
Why? Especially with that hair, is that it?
Well, the hair isn't just...
It's
just
gorgeous.
not great.
Don't mind them. Only wind you up.
They can just Photoshop it.
Here.
I'm trying to see if I should trust a spray tan.
Well, you trusted it all last year, so...
That was done by a professional.
Oh, are you going to do it yourself?
No, but I'm just saying, I don't know who's good and who's bad here. Do you know what I mean? Actually, I should ask Joanne. I might do that.
Why are you going for a spray tan? You look beautiful.
Because I'm doing a photo shoot next week.
Okay.
And it's a bit like...
What?
It's the one where I have to be in the nip.
Oh, okay. Hillary's just come back into the room and her face when you said that was like, what? I was not here for that conversation.
I mean,
before.
that won't be what you notice when you see the pictures.
Well, you say that. It won't be the spray tan we're looking at, that's for sure.
It's kind of a mad photo shoot.
Okay, okay.
And actually, if it's shit, they will never see the light of day, trust me. But I'm just...
But the most important thing is I'm going to see you.
I'm going to see you next Wednesday.
Okay.
No, Tuesday.
Don't say Tuesday. It's Wednesday. And you can't say see you next Tuesday because people think you're saying something else. Let's move on now. Okay.
It's been wonderful to chat to you. We hope that we've helped. And give us follow-ups. And if you feel we haven't addressed this properly, by all means, send us a second one with more information. We're happy to discuss any problem again.
To revisit. Yes, we will
revisit.
Yeah,
always.
we revisit. And we're also willing to admit when we're wrong. Isn't that right, Gearoid?
Well, Niamh is. agonyrants@gmail.com if you want to get in touch. We would love to hear from you. And we will chat to you next week on the free feed. There'll be a bonus episode. Is it next Thursday?
I don't know why you ever mention this because, quite frankly, you never remember.
I always try.
It doesn't matter.
I always
the
try.
people who care will know.
There'll be a bonus episode. Yeah. Look out for it.
There you go. Hillary's in.
There's
it's
Hillary.
Next Thursday.
Yeah, it's next Thursday. There'll be a bonus. Thank you, Hillary. That what that says to me is you were right, Gearoid. Apologise whenever you want, Niamh.
What?
Please subscribe to Head Stuff Plus because that helps keep the show on the road. And we will chat to you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
This show is part of the Head Stuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with Head Stuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.